involved in a program with Earthwatch as Daintrey's hidden coastline, and we've taken on looking at what's around me here, which is absolutely exotic mangrove forests here in this Daintrey region, wet tropics, World Heritage, wilderness. We have some of the highest diversity of mangroves in the world. In this one river system of the Daintrey, we're talking about over 30 species, and that's quite a proportion when you think of the world has only got 80. So to find them all in one system is really exotic, because the complexity of the different mangrove species just means that you end up with different structural arrangements. Like here you can see it's like a play gym, there's roots everywhere, and you've got to climb around like in a jungle gym. It brings back the child in you. It's really exciting.
When we got here, the scientist, Dr. Norman Duke, he gave us this wonderful preparatory talk about the mangroves. I felt that I was ready for what I was going to see. And when we got out into the field, there was no great pressure. We were doing good work, and we were learning along the way, and that was very nice. There was a very gentle touch with that, but we were doing something important at the same time, and you could feel it.
Yeah, so this is a 20 by 20 metre biomass plot in a mid-intertidal mangrove forest, where we've marked out trees that were marked in 1987, I think, was the last time it was measured. And what we're doing is measuring the girth of the tree, so we can tell how big the tree is, and then relate that to biomass. We're also measuring the height, so we know about forest dynamics and things like that. So we've got Jerome there with the hypsometer, shooting the trees with a laser to get the height. We've got Honey there writing down the notes. Jacob over there, he's measuring the girth of the tree with a tape measure where there's a nail in the tree, so we know next time we come back we can measure the same spot. Then we've got Pete there, who's tagging the trees with flagging tape, so we know which ones have been measured and what they're tagging. If there's new tags, so new trees grow up, we can measure them as well. Well, what we hope to see with these plots, because they're one of the very few plots that we've got really old data sets for, this is like so rare to have a data set that's this old, that we can work out forest dynamics, so how mangrove forests change over time, so that we can work out how much biomass accumulates over time, whether we're growing in carbon, or as the forest gets older, whether it loses carbon in terms of biomass. As the trees get bigger, do they then thin out so much that we lose mass? And knowing that, we'll be able to use that to quantify carbon in mangrove forests around Australia.
The health of this forest has to be maintained if we're going to keep that carbon sink building up. So we have a number of other innovative methods that we've got out there that we're trialling and we're developing as part of this Mangrove Watch program, which is coordinated now with Earthwatch, and that is to use video recordings with GPS. We're looking at trying to find ways that are non-destructive in measuring, I suppose, the biomass, which equates to the carbon of those forests and their diversity, by doing it remotely. And we can do that by filming from the river. As we drive the boat along the shoreline, we can film the edge. So we have this method we call the shoreline video assessment method. Around the world, mangrove forests are in trouble. They're disappearing fast, damaged by, I suppose, an increasing need for coastal resources and space. We really need to do something urgently. They're being lost much faster rate than rainforests, proportionally. At this stage, we have to do something now, and we have to do something while we've got some left. Australia is very fortunate in having large areas of mangrove forests in the world. We need more observers, we need more of a footprint of awareness and understanding to protect these places. We know they're valuable.
Getting local people involved in mangrove management is like community-based management is a really important tool, because if people take ownership over their ecosystems and they're empowered by knowledge for external sources, people like me who have a bit of science background and can come in and say, yep, this is good, and then take that to management agencies to say, you've got to keep this. And I think that's the way forward, is to really give local ownership and local empowerment over the forest. More people should come down here and check it out. It's a place where no one ever goes. So you're charting new territory, doing really important research that has real benefits for real world people. and it's not exactly hard work. I'm not sweating here, we're just measuring a few trees. It's great. So everyone should come along and get down.
If you're thinking of coming along, just do it. Come, we need you.